Welcome to the NerdFL. I'm your host, Dylan Deline, and alongside me is Robert Johnson. Hope you guys all had a great football week, and let's get started. The first game of the week was the Thursday night game. It was the Minnesota Vikings visiting the LA Rams. Final score of that game was 38-31, and let's just chat about it, because one thing that I really liked about that game was, I know Minnesota lost and Minnesota really needed a win here, but I really like the resilience that the team shows, because they were getting their defense was getting demolished by LA the whole game, and their offense, Kirk Cousins, just slinging it, just letting it go, and they kept up, blow for blow with the Rams. I mean, what did you really like about that game? What were the things that you really liked seeing?
The LA offense is pretty dramatic and throws many points up on the board. I really like how they go blow for blow with any team out there right now, especially because they're 4-0 in the league right now. It's hard to match that. I think the only other players in the league right now is KC. Kansas City right now is 4-0. So, I mean, the potential for this team to go, definitely to the playoffs, and then, the big potential to get into the Super Bowl is really awesome. And it's really nice to see their, offense taking it to the next level. Defensive side, they struggled a little bit. They weren't, stopping Vikings from making any plays. It was, kind of hit and miss for their defensive side, but their offense was really interesting to watch. I thought it was a very good game.
My biggest thing with Minnesota is they need to run the ball so much more. In this game, they barely move the ball on the ground, first of all, but they need to get Dalvin Cook more involved in that offense. They need to get him some screens on the outside or some toss plays. Do some mixing up with the running back, because if we can get that run game going, that's the big problem with Minnesota, is they become so one-dimensional, and that's why they get beat like this. Because right now, normally they can trust their defense. They can throw everything on their defense and try to let the run game go and grow organically. But because of the fact that their defense is not stopping anybody right now, they're just letting everybody fly right through. Yep. So they need to take a step back. They need to get that run game going, get some more touches for Dalvin Cook in both the passing and the running game. And I think that I haven't given up hope on Minnesota yet. I think they can still, if they can come, and go to Philly next week and win on Sunday, I think they can get themselves back on track. Got a couple of very winnable games after that. But we know, because of the Buffalo game, you can't call anything a winnable game in this league. But if there are games that Minnesota's going to win, I think those next two after the Philly game, they definitely could win.
Yep, I agree.